I want you to come to my team. You need to help us out with this online marketing. These are the things that you're going to look at. You're going to first look at strategy. So this is the part where you start doing research, you gather information, and you put together a plan of action. What is it that we need to do to be able to reach the company's goals? Second is implementation. So now we have the strategy, we have a great plan of attack. How exactly are we going to implement it? Do we need to hire people? Do we need to outsource some of this work? What's going to go into implementing that? Not just in the short term, but of course in the long term to make it sustainable. Reporting and analytics. So once you get the strategy, once you implement it, you gotta pull up reports. You gotta see what's working, what's not working, what are our numbers looking like, because you have to report that to your boss, and you need to know that so you could go back to the optimization part, which is next. Because now that we know what's working and we know what's not, let's focus on what's working. Let's cut out what's not, and let's look for room to improve and to continue to improve. So it's a cycle of continuous improvement, and it's a very rapid cycle because in online marketing it's always changing, right? So now we have Google+. Who's heard of Google+? Right? So this is a new social media platform that's coming to challenge Facebook. Now marketers are looking at Google+ and saying, okay, how can we use this later on to get out our message for our company?
I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for Google+.
You wouldn't have been here. He got the information for this workshop through Google+. Yes.
Do you have to be invited though to join?
You do. And it is a strategy, a brilliant marketing strategy behind that. Because what does it do? It has kind of
creates a need.
It creates exclusivity, right? Creates a need. People start buzzing about it. So Google very strategically chose, hey, let's make it invite only, at least for now. So it creates that kind of exclusive club, right? You know, not everyone's on there, but I'm on there, so you feel special, and you want to share that with others. So marketing goes into that. Now, as a marketer, you're also looking at how can I leverage that? So I look at the people that are on there. What are their needs? What's the type of demographic? And it's usually people that are very heavy on the social media side, right? So your mom and dad are probably not on Google+ yet. Or that person that's really on social media, they're not on Google+ yet. So you have a different type of crowd that's on there. So as a marketer, you say, okay, how can I use Google+ to get out my message if it's even relevant to my business or the audience that I'm trying to reach?
Just out of curiosity, as time goes on with Google+, though, do you suppose that it might become open to everybody, seeing that the exclusivity might work negatively against them after a while?
Right, exactly. And I think it's working. Probably the next couple of weeks we'll see it open to everyone.
Is it in beta form or something to that extent?
Everything in Google is always in beta. They never remove the beta tag for anything.
So it's always changing. And one great thing about Google+ is the way that you could give feedback, especially in the very beginning when it first came out, was great. It would take a screenshot of whatever was happening. You could submit ideas, and people saw their ideas, the ones that were suggested. Google would be very responsive in implementing those ideas.
Facebook kind of followed that pattern where you had to have a university email to join, and then they opened it up to everyone. Probably the same happened.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Facebook started as a manner in which to keep track of all the students
at Harvard.
Right.
Yeah, and then they opened it up to all universities, and then to everyone.
Right. So it's a gradual process. It's done, of course, there's a marketing component to it, but also on the technological side, the IT and the MIS side, they need to accommodate the growth, right? So you need servers to store all the pictures that you're uploading, all those videos and status updates. They need to buy that equipment. They need to buy the data storage areas, so you can't open it up to everyone because then it's going to crash. No one's going to come back once it crashes because they had that bad experience. Right. So it's kind of the combination of both those factors.
Of course. So once it becomes popular enough that they can support that, and to just about at the cusp where buzz marketing starts to work against them, and I get it.
Right.
Then
absolutely. So with that in mind, this is what every business is going to look at. And this is your job. As a marketer, this is always kind of the mentality you're going to have. What's my strategy? How am I going to implement it? How am I going to report and show the numbers, the analytics side? And then how do I optimize